So we're on to solids control and shakers. Depends on size, footprint, and scope of job. You know, this is not unlike the which mud pump's better discussion that we've had many, many times. So if I have a hydraulic elliptical shaker on a solids control unit that is very easy for me to haul down the road, and I know its limitations and I know how to be efficient with it, it's awesome. If I know I'm going to be on a big project that's going to have really fine reactive soils that I need to separate, or I need to process a lot of fluid and I'm going to use an engineered fluid that's going to have long chain polymers in it that are going to need more action. So when we think about elliptical, we're rolling. You see a lot of the shakers are already at a down angle and they're tumbling the cuttings off, and we hope to have semi-dry cuttings that have the fluid that's forced through that screen. And then linear, you know, we can get up to 8 or 9 G's of force coming up just like this. And what is it doing? It's separating more fluid phase out of those cuttings. We can run finer screens, remove finer solids, and we can have a drier cutting. But if I need an 80 kW genset to run this high G linear shaker, and I'm going on a job site that's going to be a 250-foot hole, and I'm going to be there a half a day or maybe a day, and I can bring a hydraulically driven solids control unit that's got an elliptical on it, you know, it's about footprint. It's about what fits best. So ellipticals do great. I run ellipticals. I run linears. I know the limitation of my equipment, and I go out and I use it accordingly. We see with linears, we can run finer screens. With ellipticals, we can get into tighter spots. Not saying that there aren't small linear shakers, they're just not very prevalent in the water well industry. Most of those units are pretty big units. So either challenge your manufacturer to be able to find a smaller footprint, or find the right piece of equipment that fits in your job site footprint and use it. And both screens, they both work. We just need to know how much solids we're going to be processing, how much fluid. You know, the biggest thing to think about with shakers is I want 100% of the recirculating volume going across that screen without it going off the end. And that comes back to surface area. So if I have an elliptical, I need to make sure I have the surface area to get those cuttings to get off the end semi-dry. If I got a linear and it's able to move up, you know, again, I'm just about how much fluid I can process to the amount of time. Because when I know how much fluid I'm processing, I know how fast I can drill, I know how long the job's going to take. So really it comes back to time and understanding the limitations of my equipment and maximizing the equipment I have.